Hi and welcome to my Kotlin tutorials for Android certification, part 2 of the video where we work on a room um, database. So, first part of the video, we were creating a bunch of stuff, bunch of files. Last one was repository. And before I continue, just fun fact, if you didn't know, Kotlin is actually was named language. Kotlin was named after Kotlin Island in Russia, between St. Petersburg and Finland. Um, Kotlin was developed by a Russian company in St. Petersburg. That's why. So they named new language after that city or town island, Kotlin. All right, so next step is after repository, we need to create a view model. And I keep going back to this picture right here. So view model, we've created DAO, entity, repository. Next one is a view model with live data. All right, let's do that. Let's go to, let me see. They want us to name it. Oh yeah, so if you read here, we're going to be using coroutines, and this is what you see here. Scope is the coroutine basically, but I'll explain in a second. Just looking for the name they want us to name. Okay, all right. So Word View Model. That's the name of the view model they want us to create. So click on the package, new, file, class, Word view model. So have it will have application as a parameter. So we're gonna say application like that, and it will extend Android view model. And here we have to put that application in here. All right, so here inside of the class we need to add private member variable to hold a reference to repository by saying private vol repository. Word repository. Now it shows me an error here. Property must be initialized or be abstract. So I'm going to keep it the way it is because we will initialize it later. So hopefully it will go away. But we need to do something with live data. We need to add live data here to cache list of words, because right here, right here, as you see, there's a live data we need to have. So what we're gonna say, vol all words it's gonna be live data, and it's gonna be just like we did before, list of words, which is what does it show now? Let's see. word is this one right here. That's the entity we created. Okay. I don't like this. It gives me what does it show? Property must be initialized or abstract. Well, we'll see. I think it will go away because we will initialize it. In fact, right here, let's do initialization right here. Val words DAO equal words room database dot get database, and with parameter application again dot word DAO. Oh, sorry, type it. Dot word DAO. So we are getting into word DAO right here, and so it has a reference. We have a reference to word room database right here, get database, and word DAO. Okay, so what's next? Also, we need to construct the word repository based on the word room database by saying repository equals word repository, and then and you can tell the error went away because we initialize it, and it's going to be words down. And one more thing in it block, we need to initialize list of words from live data, basically right here. See, it gives us error. It says here not need to be initialized, and that's what we're going to do here. We're going to say this all words equals repository dot all words. So the error went away. All right. Also, we need to use coroutines here after the init block. So we're gonna say fun insert, which take parameter words, equals ViewModel scope launch, and here we're gonna say dispatchers. Oh, I guess I have to import it. Dispatchers. So this is the first time I'm using coroutines. We didn't do coroutines yet, so but we're using it here. .io. Can't tell too much about coroutines, but as I said, we're using it here. So when you insert the word, so it doesn't go on the main thread, it goes using coroutines. So repository.insert, which take parameter of word. So that's it. We're done with the view model, and so once again, this is the view model which is between repository and UI controller here with live data, which we have here. All of it, we have live data. We initialize it here. We mentioned repository. We use coroutines to insert awards. Now, next one step is okay. So this one is XML layout. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy and paste here until we get to the code, because this tutorial is about saving something. So I'm not gonna just copy and paste this. Okay, so let me so what's the make your application theme material by setting. Okay, so just copy this and go to styles, which is in res values styles right here. So just replace it with that code right there, and that's it. Close it. What else do I want us to do? Create a new dimension resource file. Demands, so file, new Android resource files. Okay, file, new Android resource file, and then we have to pick here dimensions. Dimensions, name demens. That's what they want us, right? Yeah. Click OK. Okay, and it says here add this dimension resource. It's a kind of boring part of the everything. So add this, they say, and then add a layout recycle view item XML. So let's create XML in layout. All right. Copy name. Layout would be right here. So new should be somewhere XML file. XML. Like that, and switch to code. They want us to put this in there. There you go. Except this has to go all the way up. In activity main, replace text view with a recycler view. Well, I'll just copy the whole thing. Oops. So I go to activity main, switch to code, and I'm just gonna keep the one on top line. You have to have that line. So it shows here string add word. Red because we don't have it yet. I'll just put add word. So the arrow goes away. All right. So next they want us to add vector image. So we're gonna go to drawable, right click, new, vector assets, and they want us to look for, so click here on Android guy. They want us to look for this button, image that says add, next, finish, and then they want us to add floating button. So let me copy this and add it where in activity main. Still to update to include this new drawable. So let me go to activity main, XML, and guess, okay, so this is the floating action button. We're gonna put this updated in here. So description, once again, I'm gonna put description, I'm gonna put add word and drawable. We're gonna delete this part. The thing is, they created this few years ago, right? And since then they changed the name of that plus button. So we're gonna say, we're gonna look for it. We're gonna say underscore, and then right there it popped up. See, it says add. All right. All right, so this is done. Let me see how it looks like in design. Oh, here you go. If you click on design, that's perfect. But once again, I don't care about designing part. I'll just copy and pasting because this is not what is it all about. Okay, so then we need to add the recycler view, create a Kotlin class file. So let me copy and paste this one too. And then next one, when we do populate database, that we're gonna do line by line. This one, copy and create a Kotlin class file for word list adapter that extends. Okay, so let me copy paste and then let's go over it. So we need to create class word list adapter. Click on package, new class word list adapter, and this is where we're gonna copy too much. So all of these red ones, you have to import it. Just click option return if you're on Mac. And once again, I'm gonna go over real quick each line just in a second after I import everything. And then next file we create, we're gonna just type it. All right. So what we've created here, obviously adapter that extends recycle view adapter. If you followed my other tutorials, you know we need adapter for recycle view. All right, so there is an inner class. So if you followed once again my recycler view tutorial, inside of the adapter class we have to have that inner class. What else? And then three methods that we have to have inside of the, when you do adapter. It's on bind view holder, size, where's the size, get item count size, port size. So you see this here. Yeah. Let's see what else. They don't even give too much description here for recycler view, so you might want to look at it yourself. But yeah, that's we just need to add this to a main activity. Copy in on create set content view. So main activity. Let's import that and that. All right, let's go to next step. Really, they don't give much description, just says copy and paste. But if you follow my recycle view tutorial, you should be familiar with that. On bind view holder and these functions. All right, so next step is the one I would like to do step by step. This should be the final the database that we created right here. Where's the database? Wardroom database. So we need to do some adjustments there. So one thing we need to add coroutines to wardroom database. Put coroutine scope as a parameter. So if we go here to this function get database, besides context, we're gonna say scope coroutine scope. So comma scope coroutine scope. That's the first step. Next step, we need to go to Word ViewModel. And by the way, if you notice, there's an arrow there popped up, and that's because here, and it shows where we need to also add, just like we just did in database, we need to add coroutines again, but in ViewModel, let's say in comma, ViewModel scope. And you see the arrow is gone. Alright, next one is we need to, within room database, they want us to add this code. Now this is what it is. It populates with custom words. I don't think we need it, but let's do first what they want us to do, and when we do some adjustments. So I'm gonna copy this. It's a private class that they want us to put inside, so it's gonna be class within a class, I guess. Let me see. Database. So right after the word DAO, that's where it goes. It says here, what is it? In the Word Room database, we create a custom implementation of room database.callback, which is right here, this one. That also gets a coroutine scope as a constructor parameter. Scope coroutine, and then we override onOpen method to populate the database. So we're populating with these words, hello and world. So when we run it, it will be populated with at least those two words, hello and world. I don't think we need that, but let's just do what they say so far. And then we need to add update database retrieval initializer by saying, so here they want us to add this, add callback that we created to where we say build. I'm gonna say also before build. Let's say this, add callback. After that, next step, just to add a bunch of strings that says word not saved because it's empty. Save word, let me add this to strings. So if you go to values, strings, we'll just add more right here. And add color, 2 colors. So add one more right here. And one more in dimensions. We're going to add one more dimension. Demands, where's the demands we created right here? XML. I'm going to add one more. Okay. And then we need to create a new empty activity for button and edit text. So the activity will be new word activity. So click on the package, new, activity, empty activity, and this is the name. Okay, and this is the design they give us for the activity, that activity, which is Word, code, just double check and make sure. So we're gonna keep the one on top line, and the rest here is gonna look like this. So there's edit text and save button. Okay, what next? And this is the code for that button. Let's see the code here. So find view by ID. If text utils is empty, set result cancelled. Else while words, edit words. Reply, put extra, set result okay, finish. So this is the logic behind this button and the word and so this one finds edit view, this one finds the button, then we click, set on click listener for the button, intent, so if it's empty, result cancelled, else. So if it's not empty, if we put something there, then we're gonna send this information from edit text right here, reply intent, put extra. Okay, let's do this class. All right, so it goes to here. We're just gonna keep the package name, and the rest has to be import everything here. All right. I feel like we need to do more tutorials on saving in room because it's a lot of copy pasting Google gives us. Okay, next, connect with the data. And then connect with the data. So this is the code. I'll just, might as well just copy and paste the whole thing. Class main activity. On activity result, blah, blah, blah. I guess you just have to read it. Main activity. So this is the floating button. It says if you click on it, it goes to new work activity class. From this activity to new work activity class, it sends you there. Then there's a toast here. If it's empty, not saved, so it gives you a warning if it's empty. And then what they do here, they put observer. Like that. This one. All right, so this is ready. I think it's ready to run, but basically, so this is recycler view that we put before. a world view provider. Put observer, update the cached copy of the words in the adapter. This is the floating button right here that takes us to new activity. And this here, if requested activity, we insert word, or if it's empty, we give a warning. Okay, let's run. One thing um, over here, where was it? Database, I believe. This ViewModel. There was a code that was saying if um, I think we need to delete a couple lines there. Where was it? This one. I don't like this code right here. It says delete all content. I don't think it's supposed to be there. So it's loaded. Those two words, hello world, are pre-populated. It was done in here, hello and world. I don't think that's necessary, and especially, but let's try it out. Let's try it out. So if we click here, it should take us to a different activity, and it does. So my name is Mr. X, let's say. Save. It's saved, so it works. But if we try to close it, what's the name of my app? I don't think it will pop up because of that line right there. Okay, so this is the app that I was working on. Okay, yeah, see, it deletes what we just, defeats the purpose. So we need to delete, where do you see that? Clear all or delete all line. Delete all, this one. Just comment it out. Like that. And now if I run, it should give us, it should store this information. Okay, so I want to put hi over here, save, and then when I close it and go to that app, right here, hi is here. So, and then another thing I don't like is pre-populating these hello and world. I don't think we need those. Let's try to comment this out. See if it's gonna work. So if you just comment this out, it still will be in your app because it was saved in the room. What I just did a minute ago, I completely deleted because you need to delete the app, so it's completely everything deleted. So I'm gonna say hi. Let's add this. hello. All right, so it was added. Let's see if it's gonna pop up. So once again, you have to uninstall the app because it was saved and on your phone was the room. Let's see if this will pop up. No, yeah, it's there. So I don't know why they added. It's completely useless. Comment this part right here. Delete all content and also add sample words. Other than that, this is the code for note-taking app. I know it's a lot of copy and pasting.